Okay, so hey, very good evening to all of you. We will start with one of the very important, right, report of this year. That is your RBI annual report for this year, right? And we will try to cover this entire report, right, in a very systematic manner, in a manner that is very different from, right, what you have covered or what others have covered. We will try to go through this entire report in a such a way that it should be right from the point of view of exam, right, how to gain more and more marks from this report if some question come from this. So we will be covering this entire report of RBI, right, in a different manner that will help you to score more marks in the examination. See, my aim is not to make you, right, a very like very knowledgeable person or an economist by teaching you each and every concept in this report. That is of no use. You are just appearing for a competitive examination where you will be tested by certain objective questions, where you will be tested by certain descriptive questions from mains point of view. So our overall aim should be to cover this report in a such a way that a examiner likes to frame the questions. Which are the areas, which are the focus points, or which are the focal points? We will try to focus or target or hit those areas only from this report, right? By covering entire. It is not like that we will some like others do. They will tell something within half an hour. Ho gaya RBI report. No, we will cover in a such a way that entire length and breadth of this annual report will be summarized, will be captured in this today's 90-minute session. Okay? So that we will do. Now, I will show you how we will cover and you all will like this session, right? Just stay tuned and we will also solve certain MCQs also related to this. So now how we will cover, before going to that, how we will cover, what is more important is that how an examiner sees this report when he tries to frame questions from it. Before we move on into that, I would like to tell everybody that try to understand this report well. Either it's RBI examination, either it's NABARD examination, either it's IRD examination, or just the PFRDA or your SIDBI examination that is going to happen, because everything is related to RBI, right? RBI is the master body of all these regulatory bodies. So anything related to this organization is related to RBI only, and whatever you learn, and you've seen that last year NABARD has also asked a lot of questions from the RBI. So and SIDBI too, they have also asked many questions from the SEBI and the RBI circulars. So we should understand what RBI is talking about, right, in that manner only. Now let's understand when examiner tries to set the question, right, from this particular report in the examination, right? Certainly the objective questions first, right? What he thinks upon, where he can pick the question, that, right, that thing is very important. That mental framework you should understand first, that what I should collect and what should I recollect, what should I leave from this report. That is very important for my examination. So we will try to spend some 90 minutes today and try to understand it. Now before moving on to this annual report 24-25, just let me ask you, see, whenever some examiner tries to set question, you see the previous year questions of RBI, NABARD, or any examination. I am here not talking about UPSC. That in that line also I will try to let you know something. So when examiner tries to set the question from this particular report, what he will try to set, think first that, then try to move. Do not read anything blindly. Strategic preparation is very important. Either he will try to pick some questions from the concept that has been discussed. Either he will try to pick certain questions from the terminology from this. Either he will try to pick some important stat from this, right? In this way, he will try to ask question, or there can be certain question on the summation of this, okay? Or certain question can be based on indirect way by linking with the current topic, what they are doing. So only from these 3 to 4 areas only the examiner will be setting the question for the examination as per the previous trend of RBI or NABARD, whatever examination it may be. Okay? So what we will do, we will try to understand the entire report of annual report of RBI in this 4 5 pillars only, not more than that. And it is not required. After the session is over, you will see that each and everything has been encompassed, each and everything has been covered for you. Now, before moving on to that, let me get some questions for you, some fast 8, 9 question or 10 questions, then we'll fastly move on how we will be covering the entire thing. So I think all of you are covering our RBI Express, right? And RBI Reckoner for your circulars and guidelines and master directions. So please cover that. There are thorough analysis of all the leading newspapers, and this hard work is going on from the last 6 months. We are reading the newspaper, and that only we're giving in the form of RBI Express. Those who are reading, they are understanding its importance. Now let's move on fastly to the question. Then I will come to the concepts and the notes also. You will see, and you will be amazed to see that how beautifully this entire notes has been prepared. Those who haven't joined the Panchottara program, please join it. Right before that, just let me know the answer of first question. Those who know, they can tell. Those who don't know, I will teach you today. No need to worry. I will teach you कि कैसे आपको क्या पढ़ना था. The first question, this type of questions are very, very, very popular in RBI examination. Phase 1, you get such question, fill in the blanks type of question. Please give me the right answer for this question. This is straightforward from your RBI annual report. And this fraud related thing is very important because you know the RBI is so much right making these things popular that stay away from the scams, stay away from the phishing. So many messages we are getting, so many social media ads we are seeing. Like this is very important. This fraud is very much there in the financial sector, and RBI has taken a cognizance of this. And from that only, this question is from the RBI annual report. So few people have started giving the answer. Those who don't know, no need to worry. I will teach you. I will teach you how the report has built this thing, right? Now, okay, those who know, it's okay. Now, question number two. Question number two, very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. The first chapter of RBI annual report talks about this, the MTechs and the FinTechs. The MTech and the FinTech repository. The MTech and the FinTech repository, the very first chapter of RBI annual report talks of this, right? Very first chapter. Now, why this is important? Because again of the digitalization, this MTech, you are sure going to get one question, right? So very important. Now, those who don't know, no need to worry. No need to worry. I will explain you all the things. You will say that I know entire annual report. The way I will teach you in this 90 minutes. The question number 3, all this question will look very easy to you. Okay, question number 3 is okay. Then question number 4. The question number 4, anybody? This I told you, this is a question that has been linked to RBI annual report plus the current news going in the newspapers. Current news in newspapers. Okay, question number 3 is easy one. Answer is given in the question only. That's why I didn't talk much of this. Then question number 5. This type of question are very popular in RBI phase 1. This type of questions are very popular. It is given in annual report. It is finding space in all the leading newspapers. Right? You people might be knowing this. Very good. This is a very good term they have used in the RBI annual report. I think many of you know this. What is soft landing? In macroeconomics, what is soft landing, my dear friends? What is soft landing in macroeconomics? They have used this in this RBI's annual report. Very good concept. Very good concept of soft landing. I will teach you today. Then they have given a question on this twin deficit. This is also part of this year's annual report. Okay, this is there. Then this is very, very, very important this year. Framework on currency swap management on SAC. This is also part of your RBI annual report, right? For annual swap window, what is the amount allocated? This is again a very popular type of question what you get in GA phase 1 of RBI. This type of fill in the blanks question. They will set the context, they will tell you everything, and they will ask you one minor point from there. They will ask you one minor point from there. This is very popular mode of question. Question number 9. Very, very, very again important question. Very important question. Such questions are very popular. They will set the context. They will ask you one small thing from that context. This is again very good. Very good. Answer is wrong. Those who are saying financial at 27. This type of question, this type of schemes you get nowadays in RBI and NABARD both. You know that Indian government is taking so much pain for this mission. The National Critical Mineral Mission, RBI annual report talks about this mission, right? It talk about this mission. This mission is very important for the examination, National Critical Mission. Then this is again very important. The question number 1 is very important. RBI annual report talks about this. The question number 11, very important about the government securities, right? The government securities, very important. What RBI, right? For what RBI has changed for the consideration, right? The benchmark has been changed. What change has been made from X to or from Y to X? From Y to X, what change they have made? Very important. Then question number 12, they again related to e-rupee. That this is again a leading news from the newspapers and annual report too. That what is it, the e-rupee in circulation? Such type of question also get in the phase one. Okay, these are some of the questions just I told you to open your eyes that how you should read the entire annual report. Now I will tell you the way how you should read. Now I will tell you the way how you should read, and I will give you these notes. You no need to refer anything else. Now I told you the three, four things. So we will divide today's session into four segments or three segments. You can. The first segment will see the important concepts and terminologies. Second part will be important data or the stats from this. The third part would be related to again conceptual terms related to economy, finance, and climate change. This third part will be very important for your descriptive, also writing descriptive answers, both in RBI and NABARD. So let's start the very first segment of the session. It is related to all the important concepts, terms, technologies, they have discussed in this entire annual report. We have segregated and we will discuss all the one by one. The first block we will be discussing about because you know that Government of India and RBI both are playing a lot of role, a lot of initiatives are there related to digitalization. So we will talk about first the repositories and the registries the annual report talks about. We will talk about first the repositories and the registries the annual report talks about. The very first chapter, if you'll go through the very first chapter, it talks about what fintech repository, right? It talks about the fintech repository. Now, fintechs, everybody would be knowing there are different types of fintechs, as I've given in the left hand side column. It can be payment, it can be lending, it can be neo banking, right? So such questions also can be asked. They will give you some options over there, and they will ask you which of the following is an example of neo banking fintech sector. So these are the examples. Okay. Now let's come back to the main thing what RBI annual report talks about, the fintech repository. So fintech repository is what? It's a financial technology ecosystem lens. It monitors layers and the activities. Okay. So it's a very, you can say simple, don't go into the technicalities. You try to understand in a very simple manner that RBI has its like innovation hub that is based in Bangalore. So our Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, what it does, it is a fully subsidiary, right? Fully owned subsidiary of RBI. Now, what it does with the help of RBIH, what RBI does is it tries to capture the essential informations. ठीक है? Informations किसके? अब ये चीज ध्यान से देखो. From there only they will ask you the questions in the RBI or the UPSC also. Very simple things they will ask you and they will try to confuse you. Now, this fintech repositories tries to capture the data of both, my dear friends, regulated and unregulated. And this is what differentiates it from the MTech repository. एक difference ये है, basic difference. It tries to capture the regulated entities. It tries to capture both regulated and the unregulated entities. This is one basic difference. Fintech repository, what it does, it tries to capture the activities. It tries to capture the activities of the entire sector. So it provides the aggregated sectoral statistics, analytics, trends that can be useful for the policy makers. One more thing, data here, whatever the fintech right companies or organizations are submitting, it is voluntary in nature. It is not that you have to register it and you have to submit your data related to that. Okay? So this is the very basic difference between the MTech and the fintech. And the fintech, MTech, what it does, it tries to capture the data related to technology. It is capturing the data related to that sector or the activity. इसका एक database ये create करेगा and that will help to make the policy. And this MTech will try to capture the, as the name indicates, M means emerging technologies. So it is for your AI, it is used for ML, it is for cloud computing. These questions were asked in last year's RBI interview also. They have asked about this. They have asked about the RBI SupTech. RBI Subtech. They have asked a lot of questions in the last year's interview or the RBI Subtech. So we will discuss that also. So basic difference between both the MTech and the FinTech is clear to all of you. If you can just give a thumbs up or say yes in the comment box, we can proceed because we'll not spend a lot of time. We have to cover a lot of things in today's 90-minute session. Okay? So now a practice question for you. Practice question for you. Give me the right answer for this question. Consider the following statements. What will be the right answer for this question? What will be the right answer for this question? Both MTech and FinTech repositories are managed by RBI. Okay, everybody should agree. FinTech repository is for RBI regulated entities only. Is it so? Is it so, my dear friends? FinTech repository is for regulated. I told you that it is for both regulated and unregulated, but MTech is for regulated ones. So this statement seems to be wrong. MTech repository is for both RBI regulated and unregulated entity. So MTech is for only regulated. So this also holds to see. So what will be the right answer for this question? What will be the right answer for this question? Of course, A. Next concept, what the annual report we are picking up from the annual report, that is very important, as I told you, and I've asked you one question also in this starting. Many of you are unable to give the answer. The concept is Central Payment Fraud Information Registry, and I told you why this is very important nowadays for us also, for RBI also, and from examination point of view also. So CPFIR, we do FIR in the police station. From there only the term comes CPFIR, Central Payment Fraud Information Registry. ऐसे याद रखो, is a web-based reporting platform set up by RBI in March 2020. ठीक है? All RBI authorized payment system operators जितने भी है बैंक, नन बैंक, PPI, credit card issuing, NBFC, they have to report this fraud. अगर कोई fraud होता है, तो they have to report about this fraud in this right registry within जो हमारा first question था, somebody was saying 24 hours, somebody was saying 42 hours, right? The right answer, my dear friend, is 7 calendar days. This term is very important. Here it is not something like 7 days. It is 7 calendar days and 7 days में बहुत difference है. So 7 days if you'll say holidays वहां पे count होंगे, but 7 calendar days वहां पे holiday हो कुछ हो, वो जब fraud हो जाता है, after that you have to report your Sunday भी हो जाता है, within 7 days you have to report that. So this is very important. Now this entire registry is also linked with two more initiatives of RBI. One is Daksh and other is Utkarsh 2.0. We will talk about this Utkarsh 2.0 and Daksh also in today's session. So what does Daksh do, right? Full form is Digital Supervisory Platform, right? It was launched in 2022. What is its use? Modernizes supervisions alliance with the RegTech, regulatory tech, and the SupTech. We will discuss what is the SupTech or the SuperTech in context of RBI. So this Daksh portal has replaced the earlier EDSP portal, which is for the supervision. Daksh का मतलब efficient. Daksh means, my dear friends, efficient. तो पूरा जो banking system is, small banks are there, they are giving their information to the RBI, right? To make this entire system efficient, they have introduced the RBI Daksh, which has replaced the EDSP. This Daksh is in right context to the इनका alignment है. This fraud registry also, right? They are playing very important role. ठीक है, क्योंकि वो इंफॉर्मेशन साझा कर रहे हैं आरबीआई के साथ, इसके थ्रू भी उत्कर्ष 2.0 एंड दक्ष के साथ. So Daksh, you should know this is very important and can be asked in GA 1 marker question. Next concept that report talks about is CRIS. See, if you'll see the previous year questions of RBI, okay, if you'll see the previous year question of RBI has right an inclination toward the anything which is impacting the finance and the climate. Anything which is impacting the finance and the climate, they love to ask question from that. In that context only, the RBI annual report discusses about RB CRIS. What is RB CRIS? Reserve Bank Climate Risk Information System for the climate monitoring. Okay? So this is very important because our Prime Minister has talked right about the different related climate or the green initiatives and different platforms like the G20. So this is very important. The CRIS, they can ask you about this. What is CRIS? Take care. The Reserve Bank's Risk Information System for Climate Monitoring. Now, what you can read this general thing, what is important, I will just tell you, right? It is also integrated with the RBI SupTech ecosystem. Now, again and again, here we are hearing this term, this SupTech, and I told you they have asked a lot of questions last year also in RBI interview from this SupTech. Okay. So key components of SupTech is what? It is related to technology, how RBI is using technology in different fields. The first component of this SupTech is Daksh. ठीक है, Daksh के बारे में बताया. It's RBI's advanced supervisory monitoring system for the regulated entities. सारे banks को इससे supervise किया जा रहा है efficiently. Then is our CIMS, centralized information management system. Then is our automated data flow. It is also component. Then AI ML based analytic tool. कौन सा tool है? AI ML based analytic tool. Just we have discussed. What is the name of that tool? What is the name of that repository? बता दो. What is the name of that repository? AM Tech. M stands for emerging technologies. Then blockchain and integration of the fintech MTech repositories. ये है 6 components of your SupTech. Next, they are talking about, and yeah, everybody might be knowing, you have gone through the newspapers and this has become very popular, this initiatives, that digital platform. इतना जो था, we have talked about the repository initiatives of RBI in the annual report. The next, they have talked a lot about the digital platform. The first and very most is Prava. I think sabne suna hoga what is this Prava, right? It has found quite a place in the newspapers, the Prava. So the full form of Prava is important that you should know. They ask the full form also. They will ask you what does A stands here, what does V stands here. Is tarah ke questions you will can get in the examination. So platform for regulatory application, validation and authorization. This is very important. Application, validation and authorization is the Prava. Now, Prava stands for your what? I told you. It is what? It is a secure web-based portal launched by RBI in May 24. जो भी हम applications like डालते हैं RBI को, different banks are putting up the application. It is through the Prava portal only. So it says it serves as a single window system for the regulated entities. RE जिसको हम short में we say regulated entities, banks, NBFCs, payments operators to apply for the approval or licenses in the RBI. ठीक है? They can give you again fill in the blanks type of question ki aisa hai. They will give the description and they will ask you which platform is being talked about. So it is your Prava. Okay, that is there. Then this is also very important. Frictionless credit. The credit without any contact. The credit without any contact. Pado, it is very important. PTPFC. PTPFC. What is PTPFC? What RBI annual report talks about? Public tech platform for frictionless credit. Public tech platform for frictionless credit. ठीक है? इसके लिए what they are doing? They are trying to develop one portal. ठीक है? The portal you can say the unified lending interface. अभी क्या होता है? What is the present scenario, right? You go to some bank for loan. वहां पे डॉक्यूमेंट जमा करो. You go to another bank, say why? Then again you have to deposit, right, all the documents over there. So they are trying to create one centralized data system for this loan application so that the banks, right, who are scrutinizing the application of some person, सारे के जो documents है एक जगह पे होंगे. So they don't have to go to and again submit to bank. All the banks can fetch data from there and they can see the validity of the document and they can authorize it. This is your unified lending interface. That's why it is called frictionless credit. आपको हर जगह, right? So many papers, so many documents you don't have to take. The bank can fetch the data from there. This is your, that's why name unified. सबको एक जगह unite करके they have made this interface unified lending interface. So this is very important and they can ask you this question based on this. Again, it is being looked upon by RBIH. Next is Spectra. Okay? Next is Spectra. Then what is this Spectra? Very important. The software platform for external commercial borrowings and trade credit reporting approvals. Okay? Now, what is this, my dear friends? Read it very carefully because they have asked questions from this in the earlier years also. Software platform किसके लिए? दो entities की यहाँ बात हो रही है. They are talking about two entities, the external commercial borrowings, ECB, and trade credits. Do you know what is ECB? What is external commercial borrowing? External, नाम ही external, that you are borrowing from the NRIs. external. You are not taking loan from the Indian entity. You are taking the loan from the outside entity, right? So from them, or you are taking trade credit for your export, import from the outside entities. उसके लिए ये platform है Spectra. So what they will give? They will give you the context. They will set the paragraph and they will ask you, right, which technology or the which entity of NABARD looks after it. The answer is Spectra, software platform for external commercial borrowings and the trade credit reporting. Okay. Now, what is the ECB, right? You can see that, what is the basic difference between ECB and the credit? Let's go somewhere. External commercial borrowings are medium or long term in nature. ECB, external commercial borrowing, which is generally for more than 3 years or equal to 3 years. But trade credits are for less than 1 year or 1 year के लिए होता है, ठीक है? This one. Can anybody tell me, those who are preparing seriously for RBI, what is the present limit on the automatic route for the ECB? What is the maximum allowed ECB, external commercial borrowing, automatic route? कितना है? 1500 US dollars. Is it so? Check it out. I don't think so. It is 1500 US dollars. It is not 1500 US dollars. No. RBI circulars को ध्यान से पढ़ो. If you are not knowing this, that means you are not reading RBI circulars well. चलो. So I told you, got the meaning, that basic, बाकी फलाना डिमकाना जो भी है वो आप एक बार रीडिंग लगा लेना. The basic motive you got ना, what is the use of spectra, कहाँ यूज करते हैं, किन दो entities के लिए, किन दो borrowings के लिए we are using the spectra. Clear everyone? Spectra किस लिए यूज कर रहे हैं? Who? नहीं क्लियर है? Not clear? This much of low energy won't work. You people are not actually preparing. It requires a lot of energy to prepare for exams like RBI. If you people are not able to type yes, no in the comment box, what you will do in the examination, when you have to type 400, 600 words answer, my dear friends. Be energetic, be enthusiastic. That is very important. हो ना हो, that is another thing. If you are enthusiastic, if you are energetic, आज नहीं तो कल किसी ना किसी एग्जाम में आपका जरूर होगा. चलो, next संवाद. Next is Samvad. Samvad is a जो भी telecommunication that is going in and around. So secure audio video meeting with advanced devices के लिए है ये संवाद. So see how you can write the descriptive answer. So they will ask you certain digital initiatives of the RBI, right, in different field. So you can take all these headers and you can write two lines, three lines in the examination, and you will be able to meet the required word limit. ऐसे ही तो questions आते हैं. We'll see the previous year question. They have asked the questions like this only from the annual report. They will ask you what are the digital initiatives of the RBI talked about in the finance sector in the annual report. So these points will definitely help you. So when we are reading the objective thing, now objective only forms the base for your subjective in this examination. It is not UPSC से थोड़ा अलग है. Here you should know the main subheaders to write the subjective, my dear friends. That is very, very, very important. ठीक है? Next, they talks about the SAKAR. What is this SAKAR? Supervisory assessment of KYC and AML risk. ठीक है? Supervisory जो है ये risk assessment के लिए है. This is. So you can just compare it like just as a smart city control room keeps a city safe and efficient by watching over everything in real time. ठीक है? SAKAR helps the RBI monitor, analyze and guide banks, financial institutions using data-driven insights instead of manual checks. ठीक है? So all the data which the banks are submitting to the data, उससे ये analyze करते हैं, they try to find it out the risk है या नहीं है. If something is going towards the NPA, RBI informs the banks about it. ठीक है? So it stands for your system for advanced knowledge and regulatory. ठीक है? So ये है SAKAR आपका initiative. Then is SNS PERS. It is single nodal agency. ठीक है? हिंदी पढ़ लेना. It's very typical हिंदी. समयोचित प्रणाली एकीकृत शीघ्र हस्तांतरण. Sorry, you can read this, right? For English, it is timely, integrated, and faster transfer system of the government funds. ठीक है? Next is SATRAC. ठीक है? सतर्क बोलो, SATRAC बोलो. It is Security Automation Threat Analysis and Response Center of RBI. eKuber 3.0. यहाँ से भी we have seen in previous year they have asked the question. So it is related to core banking of RBI. ठीक है? Where every bank tries to do banking with the RBI. Okay, this is not important. Then they talks about, this is very important, RBI retail direct scheme. From here also you have seen in the previous year the question they have asked. So it is a platform for, right, dealing with the government securities by RBI. So what you should know, they have asked question from this is in the field that minimum value, what should be there? Everybody might be knowing it's 10,000. Upper limit, there is no upper limit. Upper limit kitna bhi kar sakte ho. They can ask you this statistic, the recent statistics till August 2025. It has done this much of trade. They can ask you the 5 times of the previous year. Okay, that is there. Then they talks about what we have already seen, the Daksh, okay, Reserve Bank. Daksh, right? It is for efficient. As I tell you, the Daksh means efficient, right? The name Daksh efficiency in the supervision. So it provides a secure web-based platform for seamless paperless submission of regulatory returns, compliance data, and fraud monitoring. As we have seen earlier that it is aligned with the what? Central Payment Fraud Information Registry for real-time tracking of the compliance. Then this is very important. This will find certainly in the newspapers. They cover it very right. One or two, whenever you'll read about the payment systems, you will find this concept of Bharat Bill Payment System. Okay. This is also launched by the help of RBI and the NPCI. So it allows anyone anywhere in India to pay all types of bill like electricity, water, etc. using any bank or the payment system. So these are the certain features of this BBPS figure, which is very important for your examination because newspapers वगैरह में commonly this terms keeps on coming. So it works on a two-tier structure. Then is this is very important. You will get 100% one question this year. The project nexus. The project nexus is very important for the UPI and the related transfers. So project nexus is a joint effort. ध्यान से पढ़ो everybody. Project Nexus is a joint effort by Reserve Bank of India and the Bank for International Settlement. Where is the headquarter of this Bank for International Settlements? Where is the headquarter of this? It's in Switzerland, right? Basel, it's in Switzerland. Its goal is to link different countries' instant payment system. जैसे India में UPI है, some other countries is having some other their systems. So it aims to link all these fast payment systems. ठीक है? So multilateral FPS interlink that Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, India, जहां भी UPI के साथ India is launching its UPI with their countries, right? UPI system, it tries to link through this Project Nexus, which is very important this year for your RBI examination. So Project Nexus is an RBI and BIS innovation hub initiative to connect instant payment system across the countries. Across the countries. Initial participants includes India's UPI. As आपको पता है that India has launched its UPI in these countries. How many countries right now UPI is active? India's UPI is active in how many countries? Very good, 7. Very good, 7. Which is the last country where UPI has become active? The 7th country. The 7th country. Namibia. Somebody is saying UAE. Find it out. Okay, so read about this project Nexus. So this is important. I have given the information related to BIS also. They can ask you about the headquarter and all to you. This is short. That's implemented by financial year 26. Nexus Global Payment, right? It wants to have. Next is this is introduction. This is you'll find in the I think budget or economic survey also they have mentioned about this. Bank.in, fin.in. They can give you which of the following, right? Which of the following domains, right, in banking sector has been introduced. So bank.in and fin.in both is mentioned in the RBI's annual report also. This they can ask you. Okay. Next, delegated payments, UPI. Now, see, UPI is another delegated payments concept. Samjho. Everybody is using this, but just know the concept. Delegated payments allows you to authorize a trusted app or service to make UPI payment on your behalf without you. जैसे आप Netflix का subscription लेते हो, right? Every month money is deducted. So from this is right. The technically we use the delegated payments. We delegate that yes, you can have that payment from our side on this monthly basis. So delegated payment allowed to authorize a trusted app or service to make UPI payment on your behalf without you having to manually approve every transactions each time. This is there. Again, this is also the area where RBI has asked question. Again, this year's annual report, they have discussed about this UPI Lite And recently, you know that government has made certain changes, right? Certain changes also in SIDBI examination also. They have asked in the phase 1 about these changes कि UPI Lite में what are the changes they have made, transaction values में क्या change हुए, schools में आप payment कर रहे हो, hospitals में आप payment कर रहे हो, तो transaction values what amount they have changed, right? So this is also very important that they have given. The enhanced limits of UPI 1 to 3 pay has been to 10,000. Lite 1K. ठीक है, maximum in the wallet it is 5,000 rupees you can keep, right? So this is very important for your examination that talks about. I have given the every detail of that. किस category में कितना maximum है. This is important because this recent changes were made on. So one question can come from this in your examination. Next is pre-sanction limit. See, this is also very important. Pre-sanctioned credit lines via UPI. Pre-sanctioned credit lines via UPI. Now, see, earlier, see, this is very important. Read this paragraph. Earlier, when you paid via UPI, the money could come only from, ठीक है, आपके सेविंग्स अकाउंट में हो या फिर ओवरड्राफ्ट से हो या फिर प्रीपेड वैलेट से हो और फ्रॉम द क्रेडिट कार्ड. बट नाउ दे हैव एडेड वन मोर एंटिटी इन दिस लिस्ट, that is your pre-sanctioned credit lines, right? What is pre-sanctioned credit lines? With a simple example I have explained, your bank approves, right, 20,000 credit line for your emergency expenses. आपके पास नहीं है but बैंक ने पहले से sanction कर रखा है. You link it with your UPI, you buy a fridge of say 12,000. So it will be coming from this pre-sanctioned credit lines also. If your right banking history is good, the bank can give you certain section, right, pre-sanctioned limits. So UPI payment, apart from this methods, it can now be made through the pre-sanctioned credit limits. अगर आपने आपके बैंक ने आपको ये दे रखा है. So they can give you as a multiple question, which of this has been recently been introduced, right? Yes, just like credit card, you can say. Very good. Next is CTS on realization transaction, ठीक है, check truncation system. You can see. Now this is very important, CBDC inclusion. So offline, okay, this I was talking about in the newspapers. It has hit in many newspapers. You will find this data. 1016 crore by March 2025 is the circulation. They will ask you this. Okay, in the examination, they will set the context. They will tell you everything about e-rupee, and suddenly they will ask you one question that iska circulation, what is its circulation by this year's financial year, like that they will ask you. The answer is around 1016 crores. Next is e-wholesale expansion. So from the retail, they have also expanded into wholesale system, right? Imagine bank trading in a huge amount, right? You're purchasing the government securities and all the banks are purchasing. So there the talk is not about the 100,000, 8,000, 1 lakh rupees. There tremendous volume of money is needed. So just like as retail shop, wholesale shop, we do in wholesale, we do a lot of purchases. Similarly, they have introduced the e-wholesale expansion from this retail sector. Next, supervision and data, that is an SDQI. They talks about the full form is Supervisory Data Quality Index, data quality index for better risk data aggregation. So what is SDQI is like a grading scale for the quality of the assignments. Bank with a clean, consistent, timely data score high. Those with errors or delays score low. जो भी data ना, it goes through this. You can say it's like a ranking system. It's like a ranking systems by RBI for the different banking entities, because banks are sending daily so much amount of data. कौन टाइम से भेज रहा है, कौन नहीं भेज रहा है, who is responding with good quality of data, कौन ऐसी कुछ भी data frame करके दे रहा है. It is being looked by RBI's SDQI initiative. Then next concept is very important for examination, TGFIFL. What is Technical Group on Financial Inclusion and Financial Literacy? You know that RBI is so much, right, trying to increase the level of this financial literacy. For this is the group, the Technical Group on Financial Inclusion and Literacy also. It is a subcommittee under the Financial Stability and Development Council, that is FSDC. Who heads FSDC? Governor of RBI, right? FSDC is being headed by Governor of RBI? No, it's being headed by Finance Minister. और ये important है, अभी news में था. We have given question also this. The members include all the leading regulatory bodies of this group. Next, Utkarsh 2.0. ठीक है? So upgraded version of earlier Utkarsh 1.0. So Utkarsh 2.0 is a medium term strategy. ये याद रखना, they can ask you this. It's a medium term strategy for 2023 to 25. Utkarsh 2.0 portal was launched by RBI to monitor, track, review implementation of this framework. For what? To strengthen regulation, supervision, financial inclusion, and payment systems. All this you can read after the class is over. I will give you this PDF. Try to read this because this you can has been written in very simple language. You will understand. Then SRO fit. This is also very important. The self-regulatory organizations. Okay? Imagine a school where instead of a principal checking every student, a class monitor ensures rules are followed and reports are issued. This is only SRO. आरबीआई रेगुलेट नहीं कर रहा, वो खुद में एक को डिसाइड कर ले, जैसे मॉनिटर हम बना देते क्लास में, राइट, वी फ्रेम द मॉनिटर, मॉनिटर्स लुकिंग कि बच्चे साइलेंट रहे वहां पे, like that only all the right fintech associations they will form that okay we are following this rule, we are following this SOP, वही है SRO. That's why the name is self regulatory. अब self regulate हो रहे हैं, RBI is not regulating you. ठीक है. So SRO framework for fintech issued by RBI Jan 2024 for a structured mechanism that what the rules, regulations, the SOPs this fintech firm should follow. Short may we call it as PACE. PACE recognizes first fintech SRO. ठीक है, PACE is recognized as first fintech SRO. Fintech Association for Consumer Empowerment become the first recognized SRO under RBI's framework. Very important. This I was telling you. One question was given, the 15-year benchmark for the government securities. The RBI in consultation with the Government of India periodically replaces an existing benchmark for government securities with a new benchmark of a slightly longer maturity. Now, what is this? 15-year benchmark government securities has replaced the earlier 14-year benchmark security to see its growth. ठीक है, कितना आ रहा है, नहीं आ रहा, that has been. A government security is basically a long-term security. इसके बारे में I think you might be knowing what are the types of government securities and all. Now this is very important. They will ask you this question. क्या change हुआ recently, right? This is very important. Then sovereign green bonds are the government issued debt securities where proceeds are exclusively for to finance the environmentally sustainable projects. Now they will ask you this data, very important. Between financial year 22 to 23, 24 to 25, the government of India raised about this much crores through this sovereign green bonds. This is very important for your examination. Then FRSB, this type of things I think you have seen both in NABARD and RBI examination. They ask question related to bonds. So this bond finds its place in the RBI annual report. So who knows, they will ask you the feature of this bond. They will ask you that which of the following is a feature or which of the following is not a feature of FRSB bond. Okay? So what is it? Floating rate saving bonds 2020. इसके जितने भी important features हैं, I have listed, try to read this. This is very important. It's a 7-year government Indian saving instrument with a floating interest rate linked to national saving certificate. This is very important. What is the rate? It is linked to national saving certificate plus 35 basis points. जो भी होगा वो interest में होगा. That is very, very, very important from your objective point of view also. Okay, I'm going little fast because we have to complete this entire thing, right? So this is very important. 7-year bond, इसको आप याद रखना. The present जो rate है for July 1, 2025, right? The interest rate has been fixed at 8.04. That is NSC plus 35 basis point. जो भी NSC पे rate है plus उस पे 35 basis point. Yeah, I will share the PDF after the class in the Telegram at Clarity for sure. ठीक है? The Telegram is at Clarity for sure. I will share. See, these are the features. Interest is floating, resets every 6 months. ठीक है, ये भी मैंने आपको बता दिया. And it is made semi-annually. ठीक है. It is taxable. It is non-transferable. ठीक है. That you should know. Only to resident individuals and HUFs and RIs allowed नहीं है इस bond में. ठीक है. So these features they will ask you. Taxable है या नहीं है, transferable है या नहीं है. ठीक है. कितने दिनों में पेमेंट करते हैं, किससे लिंक्ड है ये पेमेंट सिस्टम. ठीक है. They can ask you this. Then green settled steel. You have seen in RBI in NABARD examination, right? they ask such questions. Steel से related, because these are important sectors of our economy. Steel से related, electricity से related, refinery से related, they ask certain questions. So since given in annual report, तो इसको थोड़ा सा देख लेना. What is this green steel mission? यहाँ पे जो सबसे important है, देखो this point. India in December 2024 notified the green steel taxonomy. Very important. India in December 24 notified the green steel taxonomy, the first country to define green steel. So why not such things will form the part of your question? If in some good thing India is the first country, okay? So they have classified steel based on that कि carbon dioxide कितना emit कर रहे हो when you are producing the steel. They have divided the country into different segments, 4-star, 3-star, right, in the green rating. So you can grade it. So for this green steel taxonomy, the emission is less than 2.2 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. Next is critical mineral mission. I told you Prime Minister is so much vocal for this. इसको थोड़ा देख लेना, ठीक है? This is very important. They can ask you this budget. They can ask you हम कब complete करने वाले इसको, because our dependence on China will reduce with this. ठीक है? So this critical mineral mission is very important for the EV sector, for the solar sector, for the different right टेक्नोलॉजिकल सेक्टर, जो भी हम डिजिटलाइजेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स आर वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर दैट. दैट्स व्हाई द आरबीआई एनुअल रिपोर्ट्स आल्सो टॉक्स अबाउट दिस क्रिटिकल मिनरल मिशन. ई ड्राइव स्कीम, आई थिंक you know that promotion of the electric vehicles. Next is प्रधानमंत्री सूर्य घर योजना के बारे में they have talked. तो this we have read already covered in our PIB series. ठीक है? Please go through our PIB series June onwards, which has been right prepared, which will be very important for you for all the preparing for RBI and NABARD. See, the PIB series what we are preparing is different for RBI. Content is different for RBI. Content is different for NABARD. In RBI, we have cut short the thing which is only related to the financial sector and the schemes. NABARD mein the agri things are also there. So RBI PIB series is different for clarity, and the NABARD PIB series is different for the examination June onwards. ठीक है, चलो. See, green financing under PSL. These are the sectors the RBI is focusing on: renewable energy, electric vehicles. Here they can give you the question. They will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 option on which green sector RBI is promoting the PSLs, and यहाँ से they will green MSCs. They will ask you one question. Find the odd one out, or कौन सा इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है. Like this, they will frame the question for you. Sorry. Then the UPI expansion to 20 countries, very important. VVI, they will ask you question on this. That जो एम है इंडिया का एक्सपैंड करने का टू 20 कंट्रीज, 7 से हम उसको 20 ले जाना चाहते हैं, किस फाइनेंशियल ईयर तक का ये टारगेट है? दिस इज टिल फाइनेंशियल ईयर 28-29. आई हैव आस्क्ड यू वन एमसीक्यू ऑन दिस. याद आया? आई हैव आस्क्ड यू वन क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. This is also important. The cross-border UPI transactions till financial 25 rose by 20 times to 7.55 lakh transactions over 1.5 million international merchants. ठीक है? This is very important. देखने RBI intends to explore fast payment system. What is FPS? In the fast payment system is the European and the SAARC countries. And the SAARC countries by financial year 29. And for this, we have just discussed about the project Nexus also, which is being introduced in the ASEAN countries too. This I was talking about initially when we started the course. The SAARC currency swap by 2024 to 27. This our right cabinet has approved for this, and we are creating one single window for this with an investment of rupees 25,000 crore rupees. Very important for your examination. Then is your local currency settlement concept. This is very important because from here also they have asked question previous year, because this concept also relates to two very important accounts, the Vostro account and the Nostro account. ठीक है? क्या है Vostro? क्या है Nostro? I think most of you might be knowing, right? Under the India Sri Lanka, say India and Sri Lanka is having this local currency settlement. India has done this with Russia also, right? During the Russia-Ukraine war, when India was purchasing the oil from Russia. So under this, the India-Sri Lanka LCS arrangement, the Sri Lankan banks, ठीक है, INR Vostro accounts in the Indian bank. अगर श्रीलंकन यहाँ खोलेंगे तो that is Vostro account. अगर Indian banks वहाँ खोलेंगे तो that is Nostro account. One more account is their Loro account. Do you know what is this Loro account? Nostro, Vostro तो सबको पता है. What is this Loro account? Please comment in the comment box. This is a task for you. Find out what is LOROC. This is also a previous year question. This is also a previous year question, what LOROC account is. ठीक है? So this local currency settlement system भी आप एक बार देख लेना. Due to Nostro Vostro and Sri Lanka के साथ, Russia के साथ, we are doing this, right? So this is very important. Alert Family Booklet. This is also initiative of RBI. Have you seen this? Alert Family Booklet. Beware of RBI. To make us alert, right? To make us alert regarding the different types of fraud and all that we were talking about. So just remember, they can ask you just simple question that Alert Family Booklet is an initiative of NABARD, RBI, Finance Ministry, like that. They can give your Niti Aayog. They can confuse you, right? So Alert Family Booklet is by RBI only. Then EBAT program, that is Electronic Banking Awareness and Training. Simple. I think this also they have asked some here, this question. It is what to spread the awareness about the digital payment, fraud prevention, and responsible banking habits. So a very good question can be framed of 10 marker, 15 marker. The initiatives of RBI, right, to prevent this fraud, right? Because this is in the news. So many things we have discussed in the today's session. एक एक करके आप आराम से 10 pointers लिख सकते हो. Now we will see the important statistics. जितने conceptual part थे वो हमने देखे. अब हम आते हैं statistics पे. ये बस chart आप पढ़ लेना. And rest अगर डिटेल में आपको पढ़ना है तो we have also given in our Panchsutra program chapter wise we have given the notes, the concise gist plus MCQs. In Panchsutra program we have already given. ठीक है? तो अगर एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ना है तो ठीक है, जिनके पास टाइम नहीं है इस चार्ट को देख लेना. जितने इंपॉर्टेंट डेटाज है आई हैव गिवन आउट देयर. That what this annual report talks about the GDP growth, right? What it is talking about the fiscal deficit, what is talking about the external debt to GDP percentage, right? What it is talking about the balance sheet size, CBDC, all the things I have summed up in this, which are very important. For a detail में जाना है तो go through that one. Then we are coming on to the last segment of this session, important concepts in the report. So just I was talking about when the macroeconomic concepts, पहले हमने financial and technological concept देखा, कुछ यहाँ पे macroeconomic concepts they are also given. The concept of soft landing. Soft landing, everybody has, right, covered the distance by flight. When the flight is landing, right, when it is slowly comes down and touches the land, it is soft landing. But by force, it comes with a jerk. That is this opposite of soft landing is hard landing. So what does in economic terms we know soft landing is a situation where inflation is controlled without hurting the economic growth, right? Without hurting the economic growth. This is soft landing. So soft landing means growth moderates, inflation declines, unemployment stays relatively low. The economy avoids a hard landing, that is going into the recession. So just think like a flight, like analogy is, think of an airplane approaching the runway too fast. That is inflation is too high. The pilot कौन है? RBI है, central bank है, generally reduces the speed and the altitude. So the plane touches smoothly. Smoothly मतलब क्या है यहाँ पे? The inflation falls without crashing. मतलब कोई recession नहीं आया. That is the meaning of soft landing. You are controlling the inflation, but not by very harsh steps. Harsh steps क्या है? आप अचानक से monetary policy को बहुत ज़्यादा tight कर देते हो, right? That is there. Then twin deficit, right? Twin deficit मतलब दो तरह के deficits they are talking about, the fiscal deficit and the current account deficit. What is fiscal deficit? What is current deficit? You might be knowing. Fiscal deficit simply understand is spending more than your salary. That is fiscal deficit. आप credit card से payment कर रहे हो, आपकी salary नहीं है, but you are making through the credit card. That is fiscal deficit in simple terms. Current account deficit in simple terms is like buying more from your neighbors than you sell to them. मतलब export import का balance जब होगा उसको हम CAD बोलेंगे. When you are spending more than your income, we call it as fiscal deficit. Simple. Monetary transmission, RBI asked one descriptive question on this. We have given a very good YouTube video on this monetary policy transmission. जो भी monetary policy changes RBI do, that how much it is transmitted to the local people or the people of the country. उसके effects कैसे आ रहे हैं? जल्दी आ रहे हैं, लेट से आ रहे हैं, राइट? ऐसा नहीं कि आज मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी दे हैव चेंज, द इंपैक्ट्स विल कम टू द इकोनॉमी एज सून एज दे ऑन द सेकंड डे और द थर्ड डे. How the monetary policy changes is transmitted, that is being studied through this monetary policy, monetary transmissions. Now, banking and supervisory concepts, I think we have done this. The credit risk buffer के बारे में they have discussed in the annual report. So credit risk buffer that we have to maintain is 11.5%, including the buffers. कितना है? 9%. What is the Basel norms for the capital adequacy? What is the Basel norms? Very good. 8%. Norms for RBI is stricter 9% and buffers रखते हैं हम 2.5% का. So 9 plus 2.5% is 11.5%. ठीक है total. रिस्क वेट एडजस्टमेंट्स के बारे में भी बात करी गई है. RBI has related its circulars and guidelines also for this. You might be knowing the weightage has been reduced from 125% to 100% for the loan to NBFC. ये circular guideline में भी है. So this is important for your examination. Digital payment and concepts. Most of the things we have covered. UPI Lite, public tech platform for frictionless credit, CBDC, global linkages. ये क्वेश्चन आ चुका है RBI में, frictionless credit. ठीक है. Then sustainability and green finance. Green finance roadmap of RBI is important in descriptive for your examination. The green finance roadmap, ठीक है? And it tries to align with what? Task Force on Climate Related Financial Disclosure. है क्या ये? TCFD, what it is? So you should know it is established by Financial Stability Board in 2015, chaired by Michael R. Bloomberg. Then sovereign green bonds we have discussed. ठीक है. Financial emissions, okay, ये देखा हमने. Then import cover, okay. Number of months India can pay. Very good question. Objective question इससे frame होगा. Number of months India can pay for import using its forex reserve is 11th month for financial 25. VVI for your objective type of question. इस तरह के question IBPS loves to ask. कितना month sustain करेगा? They will set the context. They will give you something and they will ask you this question about the 11 months. ठीक है. Then external debt sustainability, low external debt as well 19.1. ये डेटा भी आप याद रख सकते हो, right? Lastly, financial inclusion index, EBAT, SRO framework we have discussed. ठीक है. So I have gone a little bit faster to complete this. So this is our Panchutra program, completing all the important blocks. If you want, you can join it. Right, that is there. Now let's come to the questions that we have seen in the starting fastly. Now you people can give me the right answer. Give me the right answer for first question that I have given. Many people are not able to give. I have taught you all the things. So you can give the right answer for this. Very good. 7 days, no doubt. Question number 2. Fatafat. Question number 2. Which of the following correctly distinguishes RBS, FinTech and MTech repositories? कितने स्टेटमेंट सही हैं यहाँ पे? Both repositories are managed by RBIH. Sahi. FinTech collects voluntary data from the regulated and unregulated, while MTech focuses on regulatory like banks, right? MTech repository, unlike FinTech, is designed to track emerging technologies used by financial institutions, right? Okay. And participation in both repository mandatory for all. No, this is not right. So 1, 2, 3 seems to be right. Next, iska batao answer. Give the right answer for this question. Question number 3. First, I have told you this one. Abhi just recently I have told you. लिखा भी हुआ है. Question framing थोड़ा सा error है. 11.5 is the right answer. Very good. Question number 4. Give the right answer for question number 4. अभी बताया. अभी just मैंने आपको बताया. Was shared by Bloomberg, right? Was shared by Bloomberg, Financial Stability Board, TCFT. Next question number 5. UPI held what? 48.5%. Very important question. Question number 6. Soft landing. अभी आपको पता है ना soft landing. Just I taught you the concept of soft landing with the diagram. 1 is right, 2 is right, 3 is right. Sharp downturn, aggressive, no. Yeah. This is extreme statement. 4th is wrong. 1, 2, 3 are correct. This type of question you get in UPSC prelims. Question number 7. अभी मैंने समझाया. Question number 7 भी आपको बताया. बताओ क्या होगा ट्विन डेफिसिट में? एक है फिस्कल डेफिसिट, दूसरा है करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट. Question number 8. Just I told you about this. Question number 8 also. About the currency swap agreement, right? 25,000, right? Question number 9. Question number 9. I told you about its importance. Just I told you financial 28-29. Very good, very good. Question number 10, PPP mode, because public sector units are also participating. PPP mode होगा right answer. Then question number 11. Give the right answer for question number 11. I told you about the benchmark and the government securities and what RBI has changed right now. What will the right answer for this question? Recently, the year benchmark replaced, कौन सा replace किया किसको? 15-year benchmark has been replaced by 14-year benchmark. Right answer is E. Right answer is E over here. Then last question that I asked you when we started this session. The right answer I told you in the class also, this is 1016 crores. So this type of question you get in the examination. So all of you, I think, hope like this session and the way of telling the RBI annual report. This is reverse engineering that we have done, and I think definitely will help you to answer maximum question. I cannot say 100%, but more than 90% questions you can answer the way we have covered. And RBI के IBPS के अगर आप क्वेश्चन देखोगे तो वो इन एरियाज को ही टच करते हैं क्वेश्चंस में. यूपीएससी के लिए देयर कैन बी अनदर मेथोडोलॉजी ऑफ रीडिंग द आरबीआई एनुअल रिपोर्ट, बट फॉर एनी आईबीपीएस बेस्ड एग्जामिनेशन दिस इज मोर देन एनफ. ठीक है, डोंट स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम बिकॉज सारे क्वेश्चन तो यहाँ से नहीं आने वाले. दिस इज मोर देन एनफ. आई विल प्रोवाइड द पीडीएफ, आई विल अपलोड द वीडियो ऑल्सो इन द यूट्यूब. प्लीज हिट and like and share the video on the YouTube. That is what's expected at least from you people. So chalo, bye bye, take care. Those who want to enroll for the Panchsutra, they can enroll. Take care, bye bye, bye bye, my dear friends.